Hi to all you beautiful souls out there. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time here on my channel at Spiritual Dowsey. I'm Dowsey LeMay. I really appreciate all my supporters, all my followers and people who've been watching my videos and giving me feedback on Instagram or Facebook or here on my YouTube. I really appreciate the love and support here as I continue to go forward on my soul journey. So today I want to talk about the chakra system. I want to talk about why the chakra system is so important for you as a creator to understand, to help you understand more about who you are and the things that you're holding on to energetically, and how the chakra system and your physical body are basically so related and so important, and it's such a great tool for you to understand who you are and the beliefs that you're holding on to. Okay, before I do this, understand that these are my truths and my experiences that have guided me down my own spiritual and healing path. They don't have to be yours, so use your own discernment. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest, but keep an open mind. All right, the chakra system. There have been a lot of books written about the chakra system. This is a huge topic to unpack, so I'm going to do a kind of a brief overview of the total 7 basic chakra points, but I'm really going to focus on the lower triad, which is the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. Thankfully, the yogis and people who do Reiki, as myself, as being a Reiki master, which I'm kind of surprised I haven't done this video before, given I'm a Reiki master, but I guess now is better than never. Thankfully for Reiki and yogis, that the esoterics of what the chakra system is becoming a little less esoteric and more mainstream. So when I talk about this, I'm sure everybody at some point has heard about the chakra system, and hopefully this will give you a little stronger insight to why they are so important to you as a creator. Okay, so what is the chakra system? The chakra system to me is like an energetic tool. It's an energetic feedback system, an energetic tool for you as the creator to understand more about who you are. It helps you understand about what things you're holding on to. It allows you to interpret the world of which you are creating, the reality, and to filter it through your system to determine whether or not you want to continue to play that out. Right? It's a great feedback system for you to understand more about who you are, okay? Think about grade school. Think about when you were in science class and your science teacher turned on a light, a flashlight in a dark room, and it shined across the dark room, and in the middle of that white light that was coming from the flashlight, your science teacher put a clear prism in the middle of that light. Hopefully you remember that. And what did the prism do to the white light? Basically, it fractured out that white light into many different colors. And maybe you remember the acronym Roy G. Biv, right? It is the colors of the rainbow. You got the colors from the rainbow, from the prism, from the white light, hitting the prism, and you got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, right? You got all 7 colors out of that. You are basically light fractured out like basically through a prism, and you have 7 energetic centers that all have different colors that match the rainbow. That's basically what you are. You are light and sound that was from high vibrational source energy being stepped down and fractured through the density of which we are creating in the physical world, and you now have light that's been fractured out within you, or 7 energetic centers. This is what the chakra system is, okay? The chakra system are 7 energetic centers that go from the top of your head all the way down to the base of your spine, okay? Those 7 chakra points are called the crown chakra, which is located at the top of your head, the third eye chakra, which is located here in the middle of your forehead, your throat chakra, which is located here in the middle of your throat, your heart chakra, which is located right here in the middle of your chest. And I know you can't see the rest of my body here, but your solar plexus is located right at the curve of your rib cage, above your belly button. And then your sacral chakra point is located below your belly button, about 1 inch or 2. And then the root chakra, which is located at the base of your spine, like the tailbone, right? Those are the 7 main chakra points that we're going to talk about. I'm just going to do a brief overview of it, but I'm only really going to focus on the lower triad, which is the root, the sacral, and your solar plexus. All right. Each one of these chakra points have a different color associated with it, have a different frequency or sound hertz associated with it, also have a different relationship to your body. It has different responsibilities or things that it interprets regarding emotion, mental, energetic, and physical. When I talk about the chakra points here, understand that hierarchy is only in terms of location. Do not take hierarchy and denote that in terms of level of importance, because each one is integral to you understanding who you are as a person, and the first is just important as the last, and the top is just important as the bottom, okay? The first chakra point we're going to talk about is the root chakra. The root chakra is located at the base of the spine, and the color associated with this is red, all right? It's like a fiery engine red. And to me, the root chakra is essentially where you get to ground into the physical world. When I'm talking about the root system, the chakra system, think about a tree, all right? Think about the roots of the tree, the trunk, and then the branches and the leaves all going up to the top. The root chakra is much like the root system of a tree. It's your grounding, it's your support, it's where you as an individual, where you as a creator get your physical needs met by grounding into the physical world. It is where you understand energetically, mentally, where you focus all your time and energy around, do you have food? Do you have shelter? Do you have the materialistic things that you need to feel good and safe within your reality, all right? Also, the root system, the root chakra is much like the roots of a tree. It is where you get the energetic flow, the prana, the energetic life force enters into your physical body, enters into your human vessel to allow it to grow much like a tree upward, okay? The root system of a tree, right? It goes into the ground and it takes water and nutrients for the tree so that it can grow upward. That's exactly what like your root chakra is much like an energetic center, an energetic gateway for the life force to flow into so that you are able to grow upward. So that is really a very vital entry point, because if you have issues going on with the root chakra, you're gonna always focus your time and your energy around dealing with the root chakra, which is around, do you feel safe? Do you have food? Can you trust people? Can you, and you're gonna have energy issues, because the root chakra is gonna be where you're gonna have blockages, and you're not gonna have enough energy to go about your day, because you're gonna be focusing so much time and energy on wondering whether or not you have your needs met. All right. The next chakra point, which is your sacral chakra point, that's located above above the root chakra, just below your belly button. The color associated with this chakra point is orange, and the sacral chakra point is much like the trunk of the tree, right? Basically, what happens is when you have your needs met and you're able to do the fundamental, basic physical identities met through that root chakra, then you get to focus on who you are as a person. The sacral chakra to me is where you get to understand more of who you are as an individual. You become more aware of what it is to be you as a person, to understand your desires, to understand your emotions, to understand your sexuality. This is also where you have your sexual expression comes from, is from your sacral point, right? When you move up from there, you go into the solar plexus. That is your chakra point that's located right where the curve of your rib cage is. And that power, this is called the power chakra point. This is your power center. This is about, and the color associated with this is yellow. The energetics around the power center, around the solar plexus, is around you as an individual. Much like the sacral chakra is about you understanding you as an individual and you in relationship to other individuals. The power center, the solar plexus now is dealing with you as an individual, but you now in terms of the social environment, you in relationship to authority and government and other social networks, okay? It's where you also have given your power away to other people. This is a really, really important area, especially for me, since I'm always dealing with issues around mental, emotional, and energetics around feeling powerless and wanting to have control, right? The next chakra point here would be in the middle of your chest, which is the heart chakra. The color associated with this is green. This really is about unconditional love. This is about, are you able to love all that you see and have an understanding without the ego, okay? It's about having the acceptance and open arms, which is where your heart is located. Think about where your arms are located, in the heart center, and being able to love all things that you are able to see. It's the love center, okay? The next would be your throat chakra. This is where you would have the color associated with this would be blue. And the area that this is really responsible for is dealing with communication, dealing with truth, inspiration, freedom, being able to talk and speak openly and truthfully and not speaking in a deceitful manner. This is about truth and wisdom, right? The next would be your third eye. The color associated with this chakra point is the color indigo. It's really dealing with intuition, inner peace, mind, connection, and being able to be living in a peaceful mind. And also where you have your psychic gifts. This is where clairvoyance, clairsentient, cognizant, etc. These are where your psychic gifts occur. This is what most people think about when they think about the third eye chakra. And then you have your crown chakra, which is located at the top of your head. And the color associated with that is violet. And this is really about connection to cosmos. This is connection to one, connection to source, understanding that you are everything and you are part of everything. Okay? So that's really just a brief overview, but I want to talk about why the lower triad, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus is so vitally important for you, and how your body is a great reflector, a great mirror for you to understand what blockages you have within those chakra points. And I also want to overlap this with understanding that we are always told, be in your heart, be love. But I want to talk about why it's almost impossible to spend time in your heart when you have blockages going on in your sacral, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root chakra. All right? The old saying is that you will magnetize exactly what you need from an experience to show you something about yourself. Whatever the experience is, you will magnetize from that experience what you need to be able to catalyze yourself to look inward, to understand why you have this experience in your life. The chakra system is one of those tools to help you manifest experiences for you to look inside. In particularly, the lower triad, it's vitally important for you to understand more about who you are, and it helps you project into your reality. It also helps you magnetize into your physical body. It helps you project out to understand things about that's going on with your body so you can take a look at it. All right, so let's take an example. If you have energetic issues, let's say going on with the lower triad, those energetic centers are going to represent to you, are going to draw in energy, and the physical aspect of that energy being dragged out and constricted are going to be reflected to you in your reality for you to understand more about yourself. So let's say, for instance, I go along and I have issues with my root chakra, right? My root chakra is where I would say, where is the grounding chakra point. It's where I get my connection into the physical world, right? It's where I get my physical needs met for me to be a person, to feel safe so I can grow like a tree. If I have energy, and you know, the universe likes to flow energetically, right? It likes to flow naturally. And also remember that the energy comes first and the physical comes after. Energy first, physical comes after. If I have issues with saying I never feel safe, I don't know whether or not I'm going to have food on my table, if I'm going to have shelter, I don't have the physical needs or the materials that I need for me to have a life that feels like I can move forward, that I feel complete in my physical needs, or that my physical needs are not met. The energy that comes into the root chakra, which is the gateway for my life force, is going to be constricted, and it's going to be held on, and it's going to be blocked. And so not enough energy comes in and not enough energy is allowed to leave. And so what ends up happening is that because the energy gets constricted in my root chakra, I end up spending my awareness, my time, my daily activities centered around dealing with root chakra issues. If I don't feel like I have a place to stay and I don't feel safe and I don't have food, I'm going to spend my day trying to figure out how I'm going to get food. How am I going to get a place to sleep? Where am I going to get? Where am I going to spend the night so that I can be warm and get sleep? You just can't. You won't be able to focus anywhere else in your life because the basic fundamental needs of your life are not being met. So your energy and your focus and your awareness is going to be stuck in your root chakra. And because you have energy that has slowed down in your root chakra, what you're going to do is then you're probably likely going to manifest ailments or physical symptoms that are going to reflect something that's happening in the root chakra. So let's say, for instance, if I have a pinched off root chakra, I'm going to start having issues with my colon. I'm going to start having issues with my back. I'm going to start having sciatica pain up and down my legs. I'm going to have issues with my legs, not feeling stable. I'm not going to be able to be able to handle like being on my 2 feet. I'm going to feel unbalanced. I'm just not going to be very grounded and very secure as a person. And they're going to be reflected in the physical ailments in my legs, in my feet, maybe you end up having like those varicose veins that are going up and down your leg. You're going to have issues around the lower part of your body. And that is an indication from a physical lagging symptom of the energetics that are being blocked in your root chakra, right? The same would go for your sacral chakra, right? If you had all your root chakra issues cleared, you had no issues with getting your physical needs met, but then you move into the sacral chakra and you had issues about understanding who you are as a person. You had emotions that were repressed. You had sexuality expressions that weren't healthy and you were repressed in those areas. You're going to have energy constrict in the sacral chakra, and that orange that we would like to see as like a nice bright orange from an orange fruit would end up being dimmer, not as bright, and the energy flowing into that energetic center would slow down. And you next would have your physical body would have a reflection or mirror back that energy being slowed down. So what would you have issues with your sacral chakra? You have issues with your digestive system, your kidneys, you would have issues with weight gain issues around your waist. You would have back pain, right? You would have reproductive organ issues associated with that because the energetics is that you don't know who you are and you're trying to find out who you are, and you have emotions that are repressed and you have sexuality things that may not be healthy, etc. You're going to have physical ailments around this particular part of your body, and it's important for you to look at that and say, I have something going on with my lower body. I have bloated, I have IBS, I have whatever. That is an indication that you have something going on with the sacral chakra point, right? And the solar plexus, right? If you have issues in your power center, if you have issues dealing with you in yourself and you in relationships to other people, in other social networks and government and authority, and you're giving away your power and you feel like you're powerless, etc., you're going to have energy blocked off inside the power center. And the yellow ray, which we want to see as a nice bright yellow, would be a dim, murky yellow, and it would be dirty, and it would be slow, and you would then have physical ailments that would follow along with that slowing down of the energy. So what would that look like? It would look like stomach issues. It would look like IBS. It would look like liver issues, okay? Your liver is one of the most important organs in your body. It's a self-sacrificing organ that helps you detox, right? If you have energetic issues in the power center, your liver is going to be one of the most impacted organs. And as we all know, if your liver does not function well, it gets constricted and malfunctions, not efficiency because the energy is sluggish. What happens is that you have issues detoxing poisons and metals getting it out of your system, and then end up having all sorts of ailments being shown all over your body, and you have to be able to be willing to see that and look at, oh my gosh, because I'm having these issues, this is an issue that I'm understanding about myself in the solar plexus, right? You know, a lot of people end up having skin issues because your liver can't detox a lot of things, and it needs to find another channel to get rid of the poisons. And what happens is your skin becomes the next great channel, because there's many different channels for the toxins to go out. So that's what ends up happening. Your liver can't function as well because you have power issues, and you in relationship to other social things or unbalanced issues, and your skin becomes the next thing that has to get rid of all the toxins. So these are great ways for you as a creator to look at your physical body. If you have physical things that are occurring, you are not going, it behooves you, or it's imperative for you to look at that and understand where it's happening in your body, and understand that from that experience, there's something that's trying to show to you. And the last option it had was to do it physically, because the physical is the last thing that follows. The physical is the lagging energy after, the physical comes after all the energy. You have all this other built up sluggish energy around your mental, emotional, energetic, and your physical is the last thing that shows to you. And when that happens, you know you need to look at the emotional, the mental, and the energetics behind that to help you let that energy start flowing again, and then the physical will follow after, right? So the last thing I want to talk about here is that there's all this new age thing about, you know, don't focus on the bad, focus only on the good, and try to be in the heart, right? I want to be careful about that, because in some level, that is almost like avoidance. It's impossible for us, or myself as an individual, it's impossible for me as an individual to be able to love unconditionally, to spend my time throughout my day in love, in unconditional love, and seeing all that I see with great appreciation, enjoyment, and fun and passion, when, let's say, I have issues with feeling safe. I can't hang out here. I end up having to spend my time in my awareness, because in the root chakra, because that's where the energy is flowing. That is where the energy is constricted and won't come out. And I have to focus on all all the root chakra areas. I'm focusing and spending my time on if I'm safe, if I have enough food, etc., right? You can't hang out in the heart if your attention in your body is all signaling to you that you have blockages in your root chakra. Imagine just trying to say, all right, I'm going to avoid all those things that my body and my energetic and my emotions trying to tell me, and trying to hang out in your heart. You are going to be a walking time bomb. It just won't happen, because you are basically avoiding the things that you need to be looking at, trying to remain positive, and all that's doing is just causing this to be backed up and causing more and more issues for you. It requires you to look at it, to love it, to express it, so then you have the energy that's be able to flow. The same thing goes, say, if you had issues with your sacral chakra, right? If you're trying to hang out in your heart, you can't hang out in unconditional love when you don't even have love for yourself. You can't hang out in unconditional love when you have expressions and emotions of sexuality and you knowing who you are, and they're being blocked, and all your energy is being focused on, oh God, I don't have self-worth. I have emotions that I'm not being expressed, and I need to express this anger, I need to express this sadness, I need to express all these things. Impossible to hang out in the heart, right? In the solar plexus, possible to hang in the heart if you're having power issues with other people, if you're feeling like a victim because someone took away something from you and made you feel like you were betrayed or you're hurt. Impossible to hang out in the heart. Impossible to feel positive around that experience, because all your energy, all your time, all your focus, all that thing is being blocked in your solar plexus. It requires you to be mentally cognitive and aware of the physical symptoms that are occurring in your body, and you can't just shove it away, not paying attention to it, and saying, I need to remain positive in love. Because all you're doing is rejecting a piece of you, and you're causing what's being blocked in your lower triad to be further blocked, and you're going to spend so much time, so much energy fighting that, you're going to be exhausted. And your physical body, without a doubt, is going to be without a doubt is going to reflect that energetic you're holding on to. So I wanted to bring this video just so you have an understanding that everything is super integrated, super related to everything. That what you are holding on to, you're going to magnetize to you in that experience, into your world, into your reality, energetically, emotionally, mentally, as well as physically. And your chakra system is a major point of that, is a major component of that. And it behooves you that if you have physical things going on and you have things that are occurring in your body, the likelihood is that you have energetic things happening in the lower triad. You have things going on in your root, you have things going on in your sacral, you have things going on in your solar plexus. And it is requiring you to look at it and question it and say, what is going on with me? And be truthful. And then lastly, don't avoid it. Don't sit here and listen to those things as saying, be careful when someone says, only remain positive, only hang out in your heart. Because if your body is on fire and everything else is on fire, you can't be sitting here in your heart and saying, I'm just going to focus on the positive, because your whole body and all your energetic system is requiring and asking you to say, give us love so that we can let this energy go, and then you can spend more time in your heart. You're just going to be energetically depleted. You're going to actually get reflected back to you a lot of anger, a lot of self-worth issues, all sorts of stuff, because that's where all the energy is being held up. So I hope that helps you. If you guys have any other questions, I will definitely try to answer them for you, either on Instagram or my Facebook or here on YouTube. Please subscribe if you like this video, and at some point I'll make another video about the upper triad. But I love you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.